Hi there. I'm making a Discord clone for Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Randy Ost. I'm also known as Amazing Rando online, and I am dog fooding and making an app for me and my gaming group, and I'm sharing it publicly, and we'll see where it goes. I have no idea what's going to happen. So, how did this all start? Well, I'll tell you what. It all started because my gaming group, we used Guilded for our conversations, tracking our sessions, planning when we were going to get together, creating events to remind people. We really kind of had a great thing going with Guilded for a number of years. I think like we were one of the early adopters of it. It got purchased by Roblox, and now Roblox is killing it. So, cool. It is shutting down on December 19th, and we need a replacement. Now, why couldn't we go to Discord? Well, we don't like Discord. The gaming group, there's a lot of stuff to not like. There was a big data breach recently. They're just doing a lot of things that we generally don't agree with. And besides, why not roll your own? In this era of vibe coding, let's make our own. So what I decided to do was there's a YouTuber the YouTube channel is called Code with Antonio, and Antonio does a wonderful job of going through and saying, hey, this is how you can make some cool stuff yourself. And inside of here, there's a lot of really cool stuff. But one thing that I had bookmarked a long time ago was his Discord tutorial. So here, this full stack Discord clone, Next.js, React, Socket.io, Prisma, Tailwind, everything. And I was like, you know what? I think that I'll use that as a foundation and a base. So I actually went through it's 11 hours long. I went through the entire thing. At about the 3-hour point, I realized that I wanted to buy access to the code that he offers. And for $50, I got access to the GitHub repository so that I could double check the things that I was doing. Now, a lot of the stuff that was going on here, I know Next.js. I'm pretty good, but there was a lot of stuff in here that helped me learn because I'm not a backend developer. And finally, what I managed to do was put together an app that basically looks like Discord. We've got all of these different channels here. Actually, let me reload the page because there we go. So, we've got all these different channels. We can, do things like invite people. We can delete the server. We can manage members. We can add additional servers, all of this. And so I put it together. Now for hosting, normally with the Next.js project, I would just kind of upload it to Netlify. I started using Netlify before Vercel, so I've been using Netlify for a lot of things. But both Netlify and Vercel can't host this because I'm using some real-time connection stuff, and that doesn't work on their things. I'm going to do a little bit of a talk about some of the technology choices. So in the YouTube video here, as he goes through, there are some choices that he makes technology wise, like for a database server. I forget what he chose, but I wanted to go with Supabase. For authentication, he's using Clerk, which I initially used Clerk as part of my putting this together, but then I transferred it to Supabase because Supabase has a authentication tool like Clerk. This also has a recommendation for a file upload server, which is a paid service for managing uploading images and things like that. And again, I kind of wanted to bring everything into Supabase so that I could manage it in one spot and pay one organization for that. And then the technology that he uses Socket.io, which works out fine. That's great. But once again, I wanted to use the real-time capabilities of Supabase. I know this is sounding like a Supabase ad, but it's an open source version of Firebase, basically. So like open source for the win, right? And so I've got that as my back end here. And so now everything is coming in here, welcome to the party. And it is reading and writing everything really well and distributing. And so I'm very happy with the fundamentals. This is an alpha. What I'm doing now, and the reason I haven't made any links or given out any links to anybody, is that I want to start doing a little bit of some design work to it. I want to, not just make it a Discord clone. I want to give it a little bit of polish. And so I've actually off and on for the last few years, I've been working on what I kind of call Indie Beyond. Basically, I want a tool to manage like gaming stuff, tabletop role-playing game stuff. And so I've done like a bunch of like just kind of design sketches, kind of working my way through getting a visual language. I've built it a number of times, both vibe coding and not. And now that I have a direction, I'm bringing all of that to bear here in the app itself. I'm not done styling it yet, but generally I'm pretty happy with the direction that it's going. I just want to finish putting some polish on it, and then I'll be sharing it with my gaming group for us to kind of go in and see what's going on. But some things that I want to add to this is inside, like right now all I have are text channels. I have voice channels, which do audio only. And then I've got video channels that do video and audio. And so what I want to do is I want to add some more channel types. And those channel types, here, for instance, we have like an events calendar in Guilded. So I want to be able to add an events calendar to be able to manage that sort of thing. I want to have polls so that I can, say, hey, what Saturday this month works for you for gaming? There are also things like, if I go here, there are notes. There's also what I actually want to show, which is you can have a forum as well. And I'd really like to add these to it before I, get too far along, because I want to be able to have like some of the features that we really liked in Guilded, while also so that we can, get out of here before, before December 19th shows up. So this is long and ranty, but basically, I'm working on this and I think it's pretty cool, and that's really about it. So just wanted to share. Thank you.